Hello and welcome to all our viewers from around the world. I'm Kristen Schwartz, licensed midwife and MC here at Gold Learning. And I have two special guests with me here today, and it's lovely to have you here. We do have Dr. Amal El Taweel. Hello, Dr. Amal.
Hello, Kristen.
And we have Dr. Fayrouz Essawy here, and welcome, Dr. Fayrouz, as well.
Welcome, Christine. Hello, how are you?
It's wonderful to have you both here. So before we get started, we always want to know, because we have an international audience here, and it's always so much fun to know where our speakers are from. Where are you both from? And I start with you, Dr. Amal.
I am from Egypt.
Egypt. Wonderful. And Dr. Fayrouz?
I am also from Egypt.
And you're both not in the same room or location, but you are in similar locations, right?
Yes, for Giza.
Yeah.
Near pyramids.
Near the pyramids. That's what we know. So you live in a very, very beautiful area. And both of you are very accomplished professionals. You're both physicians, you're doctors. So I start with Dr. Amal. Tell us a little bit about your background. I know you have an impressive background. So let our viewers know a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, I graduated Faculty of Medicine from Cairo University at 1986, and I obtained my master's degree of pediatrics from Cairo University also at 1992, and then I obtained my we call it MD in Egypt, but that means PhD also.
Mm-hmm.
That's the doctorate degree. It's a thesis and an exam. Then this I obtained this at 2002 from Al-Azhar University. And then right away I became an IBCLC at 2003, and since then I have been dedicated to breastfeeding medicine. I joined ILCA and IPFAN and Academy of Breastfeeding Medicine. Now I am board of Academy of Breastfeeding Medicine and fellow of Academy of Breastfeeding Medicine. And since 2004, I have been board member and one of the founders of the Egyptian Lactation Consultant Association, where we help hundreds of physicians and health workers in Egypt and in the Arab world to become IBCLCs.
Wonderful, absolutely wonderful. Dr. Amal, you must have been one of the very first IBCLCs in your nation, is that correct?
Yeah.
And now you're training physicians and new IBCLCs as well. So wonderful. Thank you so much for sharing. And now, Dr. Fayrouz, now about you.
For me, I graduated from Qasr Al Aini Faculty of Medicine, Cairo University in 2004, specializing in pediatrics and neonatology. And in 2012, I obtained a master's degree in pediatrics. In 2015, I got the Egyptian Fellowship degree in neonatology. And in the same year, I was certified as an international board certified lactation consultant. I work as a neonatologist in El Munira NICU. And in 2016, I joined the Lactation Consultancy Comprehensive course as a trainer, lecturer, and the course developer. Now, I am a neonatology Egyptian fellowship trainer, and I got a training Egypt TOT training of Tutrine, Harvard Medical School in 2020, and research training for Egyptian researchers, the Harvard Medical School in 2021.
Beautiful. You both are doing such a wonderful work there. Also, Dr. Fayrouz working there in the NICU with little ones. We know now how important breast milk is. Breast milk is important for all babies, of course, but those little ones, those vulnerable little ones in the NICU, they need it so much. So it's wonderful work you're both doing. Are you working together, or are you in completely different areas there?
We're working together, very much together.
That's beautiful.
Fayrouz is like my dear student and my dear fellow these days.
Beautiful.
Yeah,
that's
was my
lovely.
student 2015, and then became my first assistant in the course.
That's fantastic. That's beautiful. So,
We work together every year to certify about 100 Egyptian IPCLC every year.
wow, every year. That's wonderful.
Yes.
100. That's fantastic.
We
That's a
run
good
the
number.
course 2 times per day now.
Oof.
Every time we have about 50 to 60 doctor certified every 6 months.
Wow. So it's a big program. Yeah. And so you're mainly certifying, or you're meaning training physicians, or
training physician to head the 90 hour course to be qualified to take the exam, IPCLC exam.
You provide much more than the 95 required hours. We provide much more than that, but we say the requirements.
The requirements, yes, of course. You do more, of course, but you obviously cover the requirements. And how is it in Egypt? I mean, where we live, where I practice, it is still not so much the case that many physicians become IBCLCs. It's still, it's still kind of, we have a few, but it's not. How is it in Egypt? Are physicians very open to it? Are they eager to become an IBCLC? Or do you have to educate them that this is something they need to do? How is it?
I think up till now it's spreading by the word of mouth. We are like we're like making change, and this change is becoming noticed over the years, and it's spreading like by word of mouth. Physicians in Egypt, not many nurses are really qualified, and we don't have professional midwives. We don't have a school of midwifery. But there are schools of nursing schools and different grades. But only the nursing high school graduates, or the nursing college graduates that can join our program. But physicians still are the majority because of mainly the program that we study in the medical school. It's much easier for them to take the exam. Especially the English language. Yes, it's the first language in studying medicine. So it's much easier for physicians to obtain the degree. And also physicians are the leaders of the medical team. So we are much concerned that the physicians take the lead in this, so that all the medical team will follow. Yes, absolutely. That's great. Fantastic.
The physicians we train are the pediatrician, obstetric doctors, and the family medicine doctor. Beautiful. And they will help to spread the breastfeeding knowledge to their hospitals and to their work sites.
Yeah, it is important, because I feel still that, at least in our area here, many pediatricians, I mean, this is the first nutrition of the newborn, of the baby. Yes. And many pediatricians are not sufficiently trained in breastfeeding and lactation. So I think it is a wonderful program that you have there, that you're training all these professionals. That's absolutely wonderful. So
I tell you, we both are pediatricians, and the majority of our graduates are pediatricians too. And up to the degree, up to the doctorate degree, we never studied during our studies, because I had it after I had finished my doctorate. The IBCLC, we haven't studied such a thing in
medicine.
Nothing of the breastfeeding knowledge, rich curriculum that we teach was there when I was doing my doctorate.
So you're filling that void. You're making that bridge to have that knowledge for the doctors there. That's wonderful. Now let's move on and talk about your topic here at Gold. You are, of course, speaking both together at the Gold Birth and Beyond Symposium of 2022 coming up here, not very far from now, in a few days here in October. And your topic is breastfeeding in the light of Islamic law. And that is a very important topic. Many of us care for Muslim families, or, or work in Muslim communities, or even if we don't, we want to be ready to make sure that we serve our families the best we can. So we need to educate ourselves. So tell us a little bit about what you're hoping to teach us in this presentation.
We hope to teach both the healthcare providers and the families as well. Whether Muslims or non-Muslims, you may be surprised that many Muslims too need this knowledge.
Mm-hmm.
So our target, if you like, audience will be both Muslims and non-Muslims alike. Healthcare providers need to know what to discuss with Muslim families. I myself have been a mother in a non-Muslim community, a new mother in a non-Muslim community. I gave birth to my son in the United States 33 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And I was there being cared for by non-Muslim providers. So this knowledge is needed.
Yes. Yes, absolutely, absolutely. And I can only imagine you did not probably have much support with regards to when it comes, to breastfeeding in the light of Islamic law, unless you had, other mothers in your community, Islamic mothers in your community. But from a healthcare provider standpoint, you probably did not receive much support in that area, or how did that go for you?
That was long ago, so it wasn't. It wasn't common knowledge, and even the curriculum, the cultural issues that we study, how to deal with them in our curriculum as being prepared to become IBCLCs, that wasn't common back in these days.
To give an idea, our presentation will be about the teaching of Islamic religion and its rulings regarding breastfeeding. We will talk about teaching of Islam regarding breastfeeding, such as duration of breastfeeding, the rights of a breastfeeding woman, the role of the husband in taking care of his wife and children, the provisions of kafala and adoption, and we will discuss the hadith of al-ghil milk. And also due to the fact that milk contains a genetic fingerprint, the presence of milk kinship in the teachings of the Islamic religion sets laws for donating milk or exchanging breastfeeding children with other mothers. So we will discuss this topic in details.
Perfect. I'm looking forward to this, because I have to tell you, there is, a lot of very little information available in this topic here to many of us. And sometimes the information we might get might be wrong. I've heard various opinions on milk banks and donor milks, and which, can be a little confusing. So I'm looking forward to really learning from the experts on this topic, from you here, how we can best support our Muslim families. I'm very much looking forward to this. So thank you both so much for sitting down here with me. And I can't wait to see you in October at our Gold Birth and Beyond Symposium. Thank you so much, Dr. Amal and Dr. Fayrouz.
Thank you, Christy. Thank you.
Most welcome.
And for our viewers now, this is a presentation, as I mentioned, is part of the Gold Birth and Beyond Symposium. If you would like to find out more about this presentation and the other presentations in the symposium, you can go to goldlearning.com to find out more. We have 2 full days planned on October 17 and 18 for live days. We'll have all the presentation lives, and we have live Q&As as well. But if you cannot attend the live presentations, all of our presentations are always recorded, so you can watch them at your convenience. Thank you again for being here with me today, and I hope to see you all at the symposium. Bye-bye, everyone.